Jose Canseco has had a very interesting career over 36 years. He played 30 major league and minor league seasons. After his success with Oakland, he traveled from place to place. Played one season with Toronto, almost made the Montreal Expos during the final seasons. But today we're going to be talking about the very interesting starting line, his early career, and his basically combined stats in minor and Major League Baseball, because it stands out as something that's only comparable, let's say, if Gordie Howe was playing with the AHL or an IHL team after he left Hartford. Now, Jose Canseco Cappas Jr. is a Cuban-American former pro baseball outfielder, DH, who played 17 seasons in Major League Baseball. Now, in MLB, Oakland, Texas, Boston, Oakland again, Toronto, Tampa Bay, New York, and Chicago. The six-time All-Star and two-time World Series champion, of course, one with the Yankees in 2000. He was AL MVP in 88, AL Rookie of the Year in 86, four-time Silver Slugger Award winner, two-time Major League Baseball home run leader, MLB RBI leader, Athletics Hall of Fame. Don't think he's going to make Baseball Hall of Fame because he was on the juice for most of these years, but I would put him in under the drug category. He used performance-enhancing drugs better than Barry Bonds. Now, during his time with the Athletics, he established himself as one of the premier power hitters in the game. He won the Rookie of the Year in 86 and MVP in 88, and again, the six-time All-Star. He became the first player in MLB history to hit 40 home runs and steal 40 in one season. Now, 4 Silver Sluggers and 3 as an outfielder, 1 as a DH. He ranks 4th all time in Athletics history with 254 home runs, as one of 14 players in MLB history with 400 home runs and 200 stolen bases. Despite many injuries during the latter part of his career, he averaged 40 home runs, 120 runs batted in per season, and 102 runs scored, playing a total of 1,887 games and 17 campaigns with, of course, those 7 different teams. His 462 career home runs make him top 12 in EL history, and second most in MLB history for a player with less than 2,000 games played. Now, he has admitted several times about using performance-enhancing drugs during his major league career, and in 2005 wrote a tell-all book, Juiced, Wild Times, Rampant Roids, Smash Hits, and How Baseball Got Big, in which he said the vast majority of MLB players use steroids. After retiring, he also competed in boxing and mixed martial arts. So with all this going on, how did he make it to Major League Baseball? Well, it became a weird combination of events. Born in Havana, the son of Jose and Barbara Canseco, he had a twin brother, or has a twin brother, Ozzie Canseco, who did play with the Athletics, but was mostly a minor league sensation. When Castro came into power in 1959, Jose Sr., who was a territory manager for the Oil and Gasoline Corporation, ESSO, which is very prominent in Canada as well as a part-time English teacher, lost his job and eventually his home. The family was allowed to leave Cuba in 1965 when the twins were barely 1 year old, and they settled in Miami, where Jose Sr. became a territory manager for Amoco and a part-time security guard. Now, he played baseball at Miami Coral Park High School, where he failed to make the varsity team until his senior year. Can you imagine cutting Jose Canseco? Let's put this in perspective. He's not the smallest drink of water. I think 6'5", 250 pounds. Now, he was eventually named MVP of his junior varsity team in his junior year and on the varsity team the following year. He graduated in 82. Now, the A's eventually drafted Canseco in the 15th round of the 82 Major League Baseball draft. He made his pro baseball debut with the Miami Marlins of the Florida State League and also played minor league baseball with the Medford A's, the Madison Muskies, the Idaho Falls A's, Modesto A's, and Tacoma Tigers. He started the 85 season with Huntsville Stars, AA, and became known as Parkway Jose for his long home runs, 25 and half a season, that went close to the Memorial Parkway behind Joe Davis Stadium. Now nicknamed the Natural, with some analysts saying he was the best prospect since Willie Mays, Oakland A's hitting coach Bob Watson said that Canseco was a mixture of Clemente, Dale Murphy, and Reggie Jackson. And of course, he had a little bit of Ricky Henderson for the base stealing. Others touted Canseco as the next Mickey Mantle. Now, when he made it to the Athletics, this was after he won the Baseball America Minor League Player of the Year award and was a late September call-up for the Athletics. He made his major league debut on September 2nd, striking out his one at-bat against the Orioles. His first hit was, get this, off Ron Guidry of the Yankees on September 7th, and his first home run was off Jeff Russell of the Texas Rangers on September 9th. Now, he played in 29 games in the major leagues in 85, 302 with 5 homers and 13 RBIs in 96 official at-bats. He was named Player of the Week from September 23rd to 29 with a .481 batting average, 3 home runs and 7 RBIs in 7 contests. He played both left and right field in 26 games, but made 3 errors in 61 chances, with 56 putouts, 2 assists, and 1 double play. On September 26th, he played 3 innings in center field in his only career appearance in that position. For the entire 85-year AA, AAA, and Major League, he batted .330, 41 home runs, 140 runs batted in, 73 extra base hits, 336 stolen bases, and a .622 slugging percentage. And of course, he made it to the big show in '86, and that was his rookie campaign. So the idea about Jose, we're hearing all kind of interesting stuff in his early years. Now, the '83 season, playing in Florida League and the Pioneer League, he had 14 home runs, 50 RBIs, with a .235 average. Now, '83, playing in Madison and Medford, he had 83 season. He had 14 home runs. Excuse me, I'm getting that wrong here. Miami and Idaho Falls in '82, he had 2 home runs. 1983, 14 home runs with Madison and Medford. Modesto in '84, 15 home runs, 73 RBIs. '85, of course, is the breakout year with Tacoma of the AAA League, 11 home runs, 47 RBIs. With Huntsville of the AA League, 25 home runs, 80 RBIs. So he was 36, 127, based on only 528 at-bats, and the stolen bases were there. Now, he only became a stolen base machine in Major League Baseball, of course, that 1988 season. Now, why do you think Canseco was so successful? Well, he used his best of a 6'5", 240-pound frame. Now, he was a 15-round draft choice, and a lot of people believe he was a total steal because his number 33 was basically an overnight sensation with collectors and stuff like that. But what's kind of ironic, ladies and gentlemen, he played 8 total seasons in the minors and 10 others in like kind of independent leagues or combination leagues. These are the rough stats, if you can believe this. In the major leagues, 462 home runs, 1,407 RBIs, 200 stolen bases. But in the minor league and independents, he had 98 home runs. So as a pro player, or what they call semi-pro, 560 home runs, 438 doubles, 1,790 RBIs, 250 stolen bases, but of course caught stealing 100 times, 1,226 walks with 2,500 strikeouts. So in a career where you had 9,000 official at-bats, give or take, you had 2,500 strikeouts. So technically you would strike out 27% of the time. Now, he did injure himself pitching with Texas in '93, but in the minors with San Diego and Long Beach, he did pitch as well. In 2010-11 with Laredo and Yuma, he did pitch. And 15 with Sonoma and Pittsburgh, he pitched as well. He's been 1-7 in his career, but he pitched 11 games in 2011 with a stellar ERA of 11.52. Now, ironically, he never had a save, but he pitched 1 complete game. So I mean, multiple facets. So why was Canseco so fascinating for so many people? Well, tape measure home runs, the famous home run against the Blue Jays before he played against them. But you got to understand, whatever Canseco put his mind to was interesting. Acting, he did martial arts and boxing. I think Jose Canseco, one of the most underrated players of the modern era, because just like Dave Kingman, you couldn't take your eyes off him. And it's ironic that Kingman and Canseco played in Oakland at the same time, because Kingman, of that type of player, Dave Kingman type, he passed the baton to Canseco. Kingman could steal bases every once in a while, but to every team needs a Dave Kingman or Jose Canseco. Yes, he did drugs, whatever, because most of the teams that he won on, it was a team effort. The drugs didn't help Oakland win those 3 straight World Series titles. I mean, the World Series finalists, because he lost in '88 and 1990. But Canseco, my God, what a tremendous player to watch. And like I said, skills to burn. I am not judging anybody for doing drugs, steroids, and that, because a lot of players did. But like I said, I'd much rather have a player on steroids than being an abuser and stuff like that. They're abusing themselves. And most people really didn't believe that Canseco was, he was the poster child for steroids. So they were mad at him not because he was using steroids, but the fact was he was so well respected by other players in the league. He said, if it works for Canseco, it's going to work for me. So, in many ways, he's the Wayne Gretzky of steroid abuse, because a lot of people use steroids died, like Alzado and a few other players. But, like I said, I love the player. That's all I can say. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of how Jose Canseco made it to Major League Baseball and stayed in minor league ball up until 36 years after his debut. If you like what you're doing here with our baseball podcast, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share.